the bikies came to town and crashed the party. Task Force Takeback was set up. A highly trained squad of dedicated officers. This 100-strong crack team grew into the Rapid Action and Patrols. They bust the dealers. They target organised crime. They keep the peace in paradise. Gold Coast Cops. Tonight on Gold Coast Cops.
Please, so quiet. Please, so quiet.
An ex-footy star gets caught with more than just his pants down.
It's a dangerous drug, so obviously you can't have it.
A young woman gets lost in paradise.
Young females drinking at this time of night, they can get themselves into trouble and someone might have slipped on the drug.
And where there's smoke,
He's crashed. It's on fire. Looks like the engine's on fire.
there's hoons with attitude.
But I'm documenting this confrontation.
Today, Senior Constable Brett Whitaker is heading out to execute a search warrant on an ex-rugby league player and former member of the Mongols bikie gang, Anthony Watts.
Information is that he's dealing steroids and taking steroids, so we're just headed to the address now. The intel is that he can become quite violent.
NRL player Anthony Watts is in custody for allegedly threatening to kill a man. The Tugun Hawks player was found guilty of biting a rival player in the groin. Anthony Watts appears to have hit rock bottom. The ex-football star allegedly told police he downed 20 ecstasy tablets.
Yeah, the use of the steroid does make people more aggressive. So, taking a couple of crews to the search warrant. If he puts on a scene, we'll have plenty of manpower there to handle that if that happens.
Brett is assisting RAP's sister task force, Maxima, in today's warrant. Like the RAP unit, Maxima was set up after the bikie problem came to a head in September 2013.
Task Force Maxima is the, I suppose you'd say, the detective arm of the bikie war. Maxima and RAP work closely together. We use each other's resources, we use each other's intelligence. Quite often they will start a job, and then because their nature is not more long-term, they'll hand the matter over to Maxima for further investigation.
While Watts claims to have disassociated from the Mongols, Task Force Maxima suspect he may be selling steroids illegally.
Search warrant, please. Please, so quiet. Please, so quiet. Please, so quiet. Let's go, man.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Stand up. Stand up.
The front door is open, and Watts offers no resistance.
Turn around. Turn around.
Well, mate, we've got your towel wrapped around yourself. There you go.
We caught him a bit unawares. He wasn't quite ready for us. On his stretch of the imagination, he was undressed and naked on the couch, so he was quite surprised we were there.
Okay. We're here today in relation to execution and search warrant. That's the indication there, so they don't worry. Okay.
Once he's been under control, we've conducted a search of the premises.
Detectives take the opportunity to question Watts about his former association with the Mongols. Watts appears to carry a grudge.
I'm pretty filthy with love because, you know, I felt like I was the poster boy for all the bikie shit. And then when they all did the run into the state, and left me and a couple other fellas to deal with it. Yeah. So there's been a bit of in-house fighting, and yeah, you know, that's why I just said I'm over it. And then who am I? Give me the chance to sort of a boxing career.
Meanwhile, the search has turned out to be a fruitful one.
Oh, it's Stanazol on it. Oh, okay. Just a liquid in it. Tell me about that. No comment. No comment.
So stanozol is a steroid. So yeah, it's used for bodybuilding, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, that's what was located, approximately 50 mils.
Have you ever been prescribed Stanazol? Yeah, no comment. Okay.
It's a dangerous drug, so obviously you can't have it without a prescription. And he had it without a prescription. Mr. Watts will be transported to the watch house at Southport, and from there he'll be charged in relation to the dangerous drugs and the failed to dispose of the syringe correctly.
While it's not the haul Maxima were hoping for, it's another wake-up call for the ex-Mongol, ex-rugby league player.
It's about making it the most difficult place in Australia for organised crime to operate.
It's midnight, and Senior Constable Travis Carruthers and Constable Daniel Lees are on patrol in the northern outskirts of the Gold Coast.
The best thing about working at the RAP would be just the excitement, the urgent calls. It's just always go, go, go at the RAP. There's always something going on.
Trav and Dan have just spotted someone hooning out on the open road.
We just seen this car drive past, excessive speed. There's significant damage to the front end of it, and he's gunning it. So we're just going to try and catch up, get a rego. It looks like he may have spotted us doing the U-turn.
There's dust here.
Oh, damn.
Where's he going? I reckon he's turned off.
In there. You see any brake marks? Someone had driven up that.
The boys spy an abandoned car in the bush.
What's going on with these guys?
While it's not the speeder they're looking for,
Up there. These cars.
they've just spotted something else.
It's crashed. It's on fire, dude. It's on fire. Big car, Golf 713. 713, go ahead. Yeah, just on the service road up in Pimpama, northern side towards Ormo. Looks like the engine's on fire.
While on the hunt for a speeding car, Travis and Leesy zero in on a fire. They fear the car they were looking for may have burst into flames.
Me and go for a walk. I'll go 713. We've got a fire. They'll see our vehicles on Jacobswell Road if they want to come in from there, and we can point them in the direction of the fire.
But the flames turn out to be a bonfire, lit by a gang of hoons doing burnouts in the bush.
They've obviously found this place. It's obviously abandoned. It's in between the highway and the service road. They're putting other people in danger. They don't want to put themselves in danger. Get on a racetrack and do it. You want to call it in, Leesy?
Yeah.
Leesy calls for backup.
3, go ahead. Yeah, any unit that's on Creek Road up near Pimpama on that service road, can you tell them to come to our location?
Roger that, be with you shortly.
IDs, guys. Everyone get their IDs out. Don't walk away. Come back here. Now, who was down there doing burnouts before? I don't know. You don't know? Mate, everyone get some ID out for me.
Aside from the questionable condition of their cars, it seems one of the hoons has also got attitude.
Have you got your ID on you there, Copper? As a civilian, I'm asking for...
Mate, my registered number is 21150.
Yep. What was your name?
And that's all you need.
What was your name?
You got my registered number, that's all you need.
We've got one person over there filming who's, I've actually arrested him 2 months ago, so he's the only one causing a disturbance here.
Reinforcement arrives in the form of Sergeant Gregory St. Clair, a.k.a. Chalky.
They were doing burnouts. It looked like there was a car on fire.
But the young hoon continues to try and run the show.
So basically, let me get this right, fellas. I've just asked for ID from the police officers. You guys are refusing to give me any ID?
I am the senior officer here. My name is Sergeant Greg St. Clair, registered number 5093. Any issues or questions you'll have, I'll get to them to afford them to me. Yep. Right, and I'll also advise you that I will be seizing your phone as evidence in the very near future. Okay? He's what we call a bush barrister. He's got some understanding of the law, and I suppose it's a battle of wits, and he's only come half prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you to please stand beside the vehicle you are travelling in, and an officer will come and see you shortly.
So we're going to see if we can find which one done the burnout, just by checking the tyres, checking the heat of the engines.
The border troops are this, the pet marker.
This car's been used for skids. There should be sort of some sort of oil leaks coming out. Which there is, right there.
But short of catching hoons in the act, for the moment, the RAP officers can only issue defect notices.
Justin, you're gonna get a ticket today for driving a defective motor vehicle, right?
But Chalky hopes to find more evidence on the mouthy bloke's phone.
I do not give permission for you guys to seize my phone. I'm recording you guys.
I'm sorry, you don't understand this. You don't have to give us your permission. We seized it to have it analysed to see whether or not there's actually any evidence of the commission of an offence on the phone.
Okay, but...
Okay.
In accordance to what?
Police Powers and Responsibilities
Police Powers and Responsibilities Act. I've been told by lawyers that are different. Well, give him a ring.
His mates have also had enough of his attitude.
Yeah, right, I'll get in the shit for you. Mouth it off. Just shut your mouth, man.
Oh, not my mate.
Just exercising our rights.
I'll tell you what. You got the right to remain silent. Why don't you use it?
The fireys arrived to douse the flames, and with no useful information in the phone, Chucky returns it.
That phone is pretty much my life.
Travis takes the mouthy kid aside to offer a word of advice.
I understand that when police turn up, you're going to feel intimidated. It's natural. But, mate, there's a way you can be polite, and the coppers will be polite back. Mate, you carry on, and then you're going to get more attention from the police. It's just the way it works. Understand?
Cheers, mate.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
Sad as trouble?
Shall do. Thanks, mate. Cheers, boys.
These kids have probably learned a valuable lesson tonight, and hopefully it may adjust their ways a little bit.
Next, a nightclubber goes missing.
Females will come in from Surfers Paradise and then say, I can't remember what's happened.
And later on, a search for a dangerous parole breaker.
There could be knives or weapons.
Yields surprising results.
We've got some drug utensils over here. There's a bit of cannabis on the floor, some scales.
Over at RAP headquarters, Senior Sergeant Stuart Reid briefs the team ahead of a covert operation to round up a dangerous parolee who's committed another offence.
I love what I do. I love catching crooks. I love managing teams. I think that probably deep down a lot of coppers like the idea of being able to sometimes help people, and sometimes you feel like you made a difference. I want everything done through me. I want it all coordinated. We're going to use Polly to assist us on these. This particular address backs onto the canals, so our biggest risk here is I'll make out for a swim. If you feel as though it is too risky, speak up. We can very easily pull back out, make a better plan, or make a decision to come back just before sunrise.
The teams head off to the target address, a townhouse situated in the residential canals. The Gold Coast waterways are home to over 80,000 residents, and at last count, 100 bullnose sharks.
Across Bermuda Street. We'll just go and pull over up the road a little bit. Thanks, mate.
Backs on the canal, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Our biggest risk is that they'll get into the water and they'll swim off in the dark because we're not going to go in after them. They could hurt themselves, sharks, drowning. We don't want them in that situation, and we don't want us in that situation.
Meanwhile, over in Surfers Paradise, Sergeant Carla Sara heads up a street patrol through the busy entertainment precinct. Carla and her team have been called to investigate a report of a woman lying unconscious at the back of a real estate agency. But when they get to the scene, there's no sign of the woman.
I can show you where she's been. That's where she lost her breakfast.
Young females drinking at this time of night, they can get themselves into trouble. Females will come in from Surfers Paradise and then say, I've lost my bag, I've lost everything, I can't remember what's happened, and someone might have slipped them a drug, and I've seen it quite a lot.
They continue to scour the area, and their persistence pays off.
She may be just up here, sitting on the park bench.
Vomiting her guts up.
So she's passed out over here.
RAP officers have located the young woman thanks to a couple of compassionate nightclub patrons. And while she's not in the best of health, she's unharmed.
Are you able to walk at all?
I'll probably vomit.
I can see. Are you guys able to help her out with any money for a cab? Yeah, yeah, that'd be awesome. We just need to get her home, guys, that's all. We can't leave her here like this. We got you a cab. Your friend's going to give you some money. You got all the details.
I'll call my mom and she'll pay for it.
Hey, I'll get it for you. You going to be right?
Do you want her in the back? Are you going with her or not?
I'm not going with her, no.
But she's not home and hosed yet.
Not going to take her?
I think the cab driver might have said no. We can't just leave her out there, anything can happen. Oh dear. If we can't get her home, our next step is to take her up into our watch house facility where she'll sleep it off for about 4 hours as she sobers up. Deja vu.
Yeah.
Have we managed to get a hold of any of her friends that are in the nightclubs?
It seems the young woman is stranded again. Senior Sergeant Stuart Reid and the RAP team are on the hunt for a parolee who has reoffended. The team move into position around the unit.
It's a pretty large unit complex, so I sent 2 in to work out where it was positioned within the complex. You never really know what you're walking into. That's why you try to learn as much about the place before you get there. If there's any weapons, any dogs. There's a risk inside their house because they know the floor plan, they know what's in the house, you don't. Sometimes you've just got to watch the place for a while, work out who's in there, try and look through the windows.
While Stuart is staking out the rear of the property, he gets a call from his fellow officers who have just gained entry to the house. And while there's no sign of the parolee, the house is far from empty.
There's about 6 people in the garage and they're all smoking cannabis. We've got some drug utensils. There's a bit of cannabis on the floor, some scales. 4 people have been charged with a number of drug offences. Some of them were first-time offenders, so they'll attend a counselling-style program to avoid sending them to court. Some of the other ones that were there were actually affected by drugs, and so we couldn't interview them at that point in time. We'll have to go back and deal with them at a later stage.
You can still understand what I'm saying, yeah? Coherent? Right.
It is important that the RAP continues to target these guys because quite often cannabis leads into other stuff, and we might go to an address for a particular person or a particular drug and find stolen property, powder drugs. Quite often it's just the beginning of a chain.
And for Stuart, a cannabis bust like this is satisfying at a personal level.
I've seen so many people just suffering from mental illnesses, depression, schizophrenia. So as a police service, I think it's a priority.
We just need to get you home. What's the best way?
Over in Surfers Paradise, Carla and her team are trying to get an intoxicated young woman home safely, but it's proving to be a challenge.
I'm going to see if I can call my mum.
Your mum? Do you think she'll come pick you up? We just want to get you home safe, that's all.
That's okay. Let's see if my phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no. Sorry.
Can you give her a call, Maddie, and just confirm it? Otherwise, yeah.
Hello, my name's Senior Constable Matt Bloomfield. I'm from the police. How are you? Good. I'm with your daughter. Are you able to come and pick her up? She's rather intoxicated and can't make her own way home. Ah, was it really? She's out celebrating? Okay, too much. A bit too much. All right. Thanks, Michelle. See ya. Bye.
All right, so Mum's on her way?
Yeah, she's on her way. Happy birthday for yesterday too, by the way. I hear it was your birthday. Maybe a little less celebration next time, eh?
We have a duty of care, especially for highly intoxicated female members of the public. They can get themselves into trouble. So it's best that we get her to a place of safety.
And while Mum's come to the rescue, she's not happy.
I'm picking my kids up at this hour of the morning. I can feel the line. Second time.
Right. She wishes it was the second time, it's not. See you later.
Fitting.
The highlight of our night.